You wake up. The alarm screams. Before your eyes even focus, the weight of the world crashes down on your chest. The emails you didn't answer, the bills piling up, the vague, gnawing anxiety that something is wrong. Most of us live our entire lives in this state of low-grade spiritual panic. We feel isolated. We feel unheard. We walk through crowded rooms feeling completely alone. But what if I told you that the isolation is an illusion? What if the air around you isn't empty, but teeming with intelligence, guidance, and a specific frequency of love that is trying desperately to get your attention? The barrier between you and the angelic realm isn't a brick wall. It is a thin veil of distraction. And the tools to pierce that veil aren't found in ancient, dusty grimoires or on mountaintops in Tibet. They are found in the way you drink your coffee, the way you breathe in traffic, the way you close your eyes at night. I am going to walk you through 6 specific, non-negotiable rituals. These are not hacks. They are protocols. They are the daily habits that strip away the static and tune your receiver to the divine broadcast. By the end of this, you won't just have a morning routine. You will have a communication strategy for the invisible world. Let's be honest about something. Most people treat spirituality like a spare tire. They only pull it out when there is a flat, when there is a crisis, a breakup, or a tragedy. They scream for help, and when the dust settles, they put the tire back in the trunk and forget about it. That is why you feel disconnected. Angelic connection requires momentum. It requires a relationship. You wouldn't ignore your spouse for 3 months and then ask them for a massive favor. Yet that is exactly how we treat our spiritual team. I used to be the same way. I would only pray when I was terrified. It wasn't until I hit a wall, a profound season of silence where I felt absolutely nothing, that I realized I had to change the frequency. I had to stop treating angels like emergency responders and start treating them like roommates. The first protocol is what I call the morning entry code. This happens in the twilight zone of consciousness, that fragile 30-second window between deep sleep and fully waking up. This is biologically and spiritually the most potent time of your day because your brain is still in a theta state. The critical, cynical mind hasn't booted up yet. Most people waste this window. They grab their phone and immediately inject the chaos of the world, news, social media, other people's agendas straight into their brainstem. Do not do this. Instead, before you move a muscle, before your feet touch the cold floor, you execute the code. You take one massive, conscious inhale. You visualize that breath filling your entire body with white light, and you say simply and internally, "Good morning, my guardian angel. I acknowledge you. I welcome you into this day." That is it. It sounds deceptively simple, but here's the mechanics of what you just did. You utilize the law of free will. Angels, by spiritual law, cannot interfere in your life without permission. They are gentlemanly energies. By speaking that sentence, you are literally unlocking the door from the inside. You are granting permission for intervention. You are setting the baseline frequency of your day to connection rather than reaction. Once the connection is open, we move to the Archangel alignment. If your guardian angel is your personal assistant, the archangels are the department heads. They govern massive streams of cosmic energy. Ancient traditions and esoteric systems have mapped specific archangels to specific days of the week, aligning with planetary energies. When you swim with the current, you go faster. On Sunday, the start of the cycle, we align with Archangel Michael. The energy here is the Sunday. It is fire. It is protection. Sundays can often bring the Sunday scaries, the dread of the week ahead. So you visualize a shield of electric, sapphire blue light snapping into place around your body. You say, Michael, cut the cords of fear, shield my energy. You physically feel the armor lock in. On Monday, ruled by the moon, we call on Archangel Gabriel. This is the angel of communication and intuition. Mondays are often foggy. We are dragging. Gabriel is the clarion call. If you have meetings, if you need to speak your truth, you ask Gabriel to sit on your shoulder. You visualize pure, diamond white light clearing your throat chakra. Tuesday is Mars energy, conflict, drive, aggression. We call on Archangel Kamael. He is the warrior of peace. If you are walking into a hostile environment, or if you feel your own anger rising, you invoke Kamael to transmute that aggression into assertiveness and strength. Wednesday is Mercury speed, travel, intellect, and healing. This is the domain of Archangel Raphael. His energy is a lush, vibrant emerald green. This is the day to focus on your physical vessel. You breathe in green light, asking Raphael to optimize your health and clarify your mind. Thursday is Jupiter expansion, luck, and abundance. We align with Archangel Zadkiel, or Sachiel. This is violet transmutation energy. It's about forgiveness and growth. You ask to release the grudges that are making you heavy so you can expand into the abundance waiting for you. Friday is Venus love, beauty, harmony, Archangel Anael or Haniel. This isn't just romantic love, it is self-love. It is the ability to see beauty in a gray world. You ask to soften your heart, to make your interactions graceful. And Saturday, Saturn's day, is for structure and discipline. Archangel Cassiel. This is the deep, dark purple of the void. It is the silence. It is the grounding. You ask for the wisdom to rest and the discipline to prepare for the next cycle. By doing this, you aren't just living a random Tuesday, you are riding the specific energy wave of the universe. But here is the problem. You do your morning ritual, you feel great, and then life happens. You get cut off in traffic. Your boss yells at you. The coffee spills. By 11 a.m., your spiritual zen is gone, and you are back in fight or flight mode. This is why you need the third protocol, the midday static flush. You need a reset button. This does not require a yoga mat. You can do this in a bathroom stall. You can do this in the elevator. Stop. Physically stop moving. Close your eyes. Visualize your feet growing roots, punching through the concrete, through the floorboards, deep into the magma of the earth. Ground yourself. Then place your hand on your heart, physically touch your chest, and say, I pause, I reset. Team, get back in here. It is a command to your energy field. You are acknowledging that you drifted, and you are consciously pulling your awareness back to the center. It takes 60 seconds, but it stops the momentum of stress from cascading into a ruined day. Now, you are grounded. You are open. You are asking for guidance. But are you listening? This brings us to the communication codex. Most people miss their miracles because they are looking for burning bushes and booming voices from the sky. Angels do not scream, they whisper. They use a subtle language of symbolism and synchronicity. You need to become a master decoder of your own reality. You need to learn the lexicon. Feathers are not just bird debris. They are calling cards of presence, specifically when found in impossible places, a white feather on your office chair, inside your car. Coins are reminders of value and support. But the most potent language is numbers. The reticular activating system in your brain filters out millions of bits of data. But when you keep seeing 1111, 444, 222, that is not a coincidence. That is a ping. That is a notification on your spiritual dashboard. And then there are the clairs. You might not see a ghost, but you might feel a sudden, unexplainable chill that is clairsentience. You might have a thought drop into your head that sounds like your voice but is wiser than you. That is claircognizance. Start an angel log. Seriously. Write it down. Saw 444. Felt a chill at 2 p.m. When you track the data, you prove to your skeptical brain that the pattern is real. However, receiving the message is useless if you don't act on it. This is the biggest trap in the New Age community: spiritual hoarding. We collect insights but change nothing. This is why ritual number 5 is the actionable promise. Guidance is a verb. If you ask the angels, "Help me find a new career," and they give you a sudden urge to sign up for a graphic design class, and you ignore it because you're tired, you have broken the connection. You have hung up the phone. The protocol is this: when you ask for help, you must promise to take the first physical step within 24 hours. It doesn't have to be the whole solution. It just has to be movement. If you get the nudge to call an old friend, pick up the phone. If you get the idea to write a book, open the document. You are showing the universe that you are a reliable partner. You are co-creating, not just spectating. Action grounds the electricity of miracles into the wire of reality. Finally, we reach the end of the cycle. The gratitude seal. How do you end your day? Doom scrolling? Replaying the arguments? Stewing in anxiety? If you go to sleep in a state of stress, you will marinate in that stress for 8 hours. Your subconscious mind has no filter. Instead, as you lay in the dark, you perform a review. You scan the day, not for failures, but for fingerprints of the divine. You say, "Thank you for the parking spot. Thank you for the difficult conversation that taught me patience. Thank you for the safety." You name 3 specific things. You are closing the loop. You open the morning with a greeting. You close the evening with a thank you. Then you issue one final request. Teach me while I sleep. Resolve this problem while I rest. You are outsourcing your heavy lifting to the divine team while your conscious mind is offline. This is not about being a saint. It is not about being perfect. It is about being positioned. It is about standing in the flow of grace rather than fighting against the current. These 6 rituals, the morning entry, the Archangel alignment, the static flush, the codex, the actionable promise, and the gratitude seal, create a container for the miraculous. They turn a mundane life into a magical one, but they only work if you work them. The angels are waiting. The phone is ringing. Pick it up.